NH1 Boston. You've got one more hour of Carson and Kennedy, and then it's going to be time to actually do work. Well, maybe. Mix 104.1. Always live with the free Odyssey app.
Carson and Kennedy's Good Vibe Tribe. In this world filled with serious news reports and people doing stupid things, we say every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah. Here's another story from a member of Carson and Kennedy's Good Vibe Tribe.
Kennedy, say hey to Mel Gillespie joining us inside the Good Vibe Tribe today.
Good morning.
Hi, Kennedy. How are you?
I am living the dream. How are you?
Would you know what? I'm not too far behind you.
So, a big event happening. Mel O Musical presents Halfway to St. Patrick's Day Gala. Before we get to the gala, let's talk about Mel O Musical as a theater company. This is something new we're all learning about today. Tell us about this theater company.
Yes. So many years ago, I founded a company called Mel O Drama because that was the nickname my father gave me as a dramatic child. I told him one day I would turn it into a business, so I'm glad I was able to keep my word on that. And then several years ago, I decided musical theatre was kind of more what we were leaning into, so the company became Mel O Musical Incorporated, which is a nonprofit 501c3 in Massachusetts. And we are a company who train kids in everything from singing and dancing and acting, playing instruments, all sorts of great variety of programs at Mel O Musical. And our big goal is, making theatre accessible to all children. And we have a huge draw, I would say, for kids who come from under-resourced and low-income families, who wouldn't have access to these kinds of programs only for our outreach. So that's always our goal, is to get as many kids involved as possible and give them a place where they feel that they belong.
How important is this for the young people? Like, if they come in and they've never done theater before, have you watched them change? And I know for me, theater built so much confidence.
It's funny. I think some people probably get a bit deterred when they hear about, a theater class, because they automatically assume that you have to be the extrovert, and that's not always the case. In fact, we oftentimes see that kids who might not be extroverted, in their social lives, come to life on stage. Something happens, a switch is just flipped, and, something comes out of them that most people wouldn't even know is living inside them. So I would say, theatre can be just as beneficial to a child who already has an element of confidence, maybe even more beneficial to a child who's struggling with confidence. And it doesn't mean that you have to come in and be the biggest star on stage. The training that we give, helps kids in social dynamics outside of school. So we always say our program is as beneficial off stage as it is on stage. And I've definitely seen that child who comes in very young, wrapped around their mom's leg. They don't want to let go. And next of all, here they are up on stage, front and center, blowing the place away. So it's a really exciting process to watch.
So it's happening this Friday. It's coming up quick. It is Mel O Musical presents Halfway to St. Patrick's Day Gala. If you text us here in the studio at 617-655-1234, we will text you a direct link so you can get tickets to the show.
And please tell me all about it, because I'm looking at it right now, and it sounds like you're speaking my language, Mel.
Well, listen, as you can tell from my accent, I am from Brooklyn, New York. Dublin, Ireland, and this is a team, obviously, that's close to my green heart. I've been living in the country 30 years, but you wouldn't know that to listen to me, I'm sure. So this Friday, the 19th, from 7 to 10 p.m., we are holding our annual gala fundraiser. And I don't want people to be deterred by the term gala. It doesn't mean that you have to come dressed, ready for the red carpet. We will take you as you are. The only suggestion I have is to wear a bit of green. It's happening at the Sons of Italy, ironically, an Irish event over at the Sons of Italy.
We can all come together for a good cause,
You know
right?
what? You're not wrong.
Pasta and potatoes, baby. It's all carbs.
The Irish and the Italians, we've more in common than the first letter of our country starting with the same letter. So we're going to have Devry, who is they're a very popular band here in Boston. They're fantastic. They will be the live entertainment. We're going to have Irish cuisine, and that's going to be from the Sly Fox in Quincy and the Green Hills Bakery in Dorchester. We're going to have tarot card reading. We're going to have a lady there who does body art, face art. We have amazing prizes and auctions as well. Some of them, go as far as New York, the Irish Village. Everyone has chipped in to help us make this a spectacular night. And we're going to dance our feet off, and we're going to raise some much needed funds so that we can bridge the financial gap that we need in order for us to have a successful rest of our season this year. So we're incredibly grateful to anyone who can either be there to help, and if you can't be there, there's ways that you can also donate to help as well.
Kennedy, this sounds right up your alley.
So fun, right?
I could just see it in your eyes.
It.
You're like, wait a minute, what am I doing Friday night?
This is it.
All right, halfway to St. Patty's Day, Mel O Musical, the second annual gala event, again happening Friday, 7 to 10 p.m., Sons of Italy in Quincy. If you need details or you want to buy tickets or how to get involved, drop us a text here in the studio at 617-655-1234, and we will share the link. Mel, you are now officially a member of the Carson and Kennedy Oh Good Vibe Tribe.
Oh, woohoo!
Well, it was nice.
That's awesome.
It was nice to meet you, Mel. Thank you for coming on the show this morning.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Have a good one. And thank you for being naturally caffeinated. You make me feel like I've just had a cup of
I could talk to you all day.
All day, every day.
So many more questions.
I know.
Talk soon, Mel.
Well, then, I'll answer them all on Friday night. I'll leave tickets at the door for you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Bye.
If you know someone who should be celebrated in the Carson and Kennedy Good Vibe Tribe,